The Ogres have proven to be a very popular choice in this BBB land battle tournament, as we have seen today. Gojira is going to be trying to take them into the Empire, which in my opinion is a pretty tough matchup for the Ogres because of a few reasons. Let's take a look at his build. First, though, we've got Scrag the Slaughterer leading the way. A couple of bulls here. We've got man-eaters with pistols, lots of trappers, and some regular Noblars. And then going to be some Crushers with great weapons here in the back, alongside a couple of Saber Tusk pack, Ogre Bulls, and more Crushers here with two more Saber Tusks. For the Empire's side here, we've got Karl Franz and a bunch of Huntsmen. Very solid choice in this matchup. Two Demigryph Halberds as well, which is a super cool choice. You don't see these guys super often, but this is one of the best matchups for them, probably. It's that anti-large bonus, hard-hitting power. Definitely helps cut through those Ogre elites. And then just, yeah, Spearmen, a couple of Swordsmen, some Halberdiers mixed in also, I believe. Maybe, yeah, one or two. Yep, so should be pretty interesting. Both fairly well-balanced builds. Not a lot of shooting from the Ogre's side, but a little bit. Yeah, the Huntsmen are definitely very dangerous because of that anti-large bonus on their shooting. The fact that a lot of Ogres are non-armored. Even expensive man-eaters are, you know, non-armored. Really, it's only, like, cavalry and the Iron Guts, right, that are very heavily armored. So, non-AP damage from the Huntsman can be extremely useful. And let's see how Goji does here. Gojira, of course, is the creator of the Land Battle with Capture Points mod, has his own YouTube channel. Definitely give him a look, give him a shout if you haven't. I'll try and remember to leave a link in the description down below to his channel. But generally an awesome dude. And we're going to fast forward a little bit as he makes his approach here, very patiently. We're going to see some man-eaters start to open up on Karl, which will be a great target for them to shoot at if they can make consistent contact. Right now, he's kind of flying out towards the edge of their range, so it's going to be a bit harder for them to get consistent hits. Let's see. The Ogres can kind of draw the Empire out of their defensive position and counterattack. That will be quite helpful, but the Ogres here may be a little bit over-blobbing as they charge in onto the one Swordsman. Also get a nice flank attack from these Trappers, threatening this entire side area. Crushers also moving in now, so the Ogre attack is well underway. Of course, on this Blue Reach River, you've got this little rocky pond here in the center, which will block pathing. But again, serious over-blobbing. As these Ogres kind of blob up, the Huntsmen are going to fire in and punish that pretty severely. A couple units, yeah, one unit of Bulls definitely taking the brunt of that beating there. Meanwhile, over on the far side, the Crushers initially came in, got a really nice charge against the Empire infantry, but these tiny little Demigryph Knights are going to countercharge in and help repel those Crushers. Lots of daggers flying in also, being thrown by those Trappers, probably trying to take out the Halberdiers primarily, but the Crushers are definitely having a pretty bad time. They pull back. Some Saber Tusk packs are going to be thrown in just to kind of hold this pocket up. Some Bulls also got caught up in that engagement, which was not particularly great for them. But let's see. Still got some more Crushers maneuvering around to this side to help. Man-eaters also can move up, use their pistols to good effect. Crushers here. Ooh, looks like they wanted to charge into those Demis, but the Demis moved through their own infantry screen. Other unit of Demis is also on station, so they can work together, bring down these Crushers, but the Crushers definitely need to either commit to a full charge or pull away here, as the Halberds are kind of just dealing free damage to them, more or less. Meanwhile, in the front line, things are going not great for the Ogres, but okay. I mean, they're breaking through some units, but definitely struggling against this density of Huntsmen quite severely, and the Bulls here also taking significant damage, but of course, Ogres have plenty of healing and ability to come back in this game. Watch these Crushers as they duke it out with the Demigryph Knights. Huge fan of Demigryph Knights personally. I'm sad you don't get to see them used more often, but certainly they're going to be very good in this situation against these massive hulking Crushers. Help bring them down with their Halberds. But things are looking okay. The Crushers are holding out for the time being and wrecking one unit of Demigryph Knights fairly severely. The Halberds also get pushed back there by the shooting of the Ogres, and the Trappers now move in to throw their daggers at the Huntsmen. Scrag also maneuvers into the back line, going to get countercharged here by Karl, so he's in big trouble. Scrag, honestly, is just not as good as the regular Slaughtermaster, but I think Gojira specifically likes taking the Legendary Lords or Ogres just for fun. Not as efficient, certainly, but Another thing about Scrag, too, I think he has a little bit bigger of a hitbox, which can sometimes work against him. But here he gets some very timely support from those Crushers. The other Crushers are trying to force their way into the back line here, which they're going to be able to do so, but they also significantly isolate themselves, and especially against the Demigryphs. Just ate a nice Earthblood for some more healing there. It's going to be tough for the Crushers to prevail in this engagement. A lot of them are going to get dropped there and just lose a huge amount of HP. So definitely looking rough for the Ogres so far. Let's see if Gojira can maybe pull this one back here. Scrag continuing to fight in the center with the Crushers. Taking down Carl would definitely be a good place to start in terms of inflicting leadership damage on the Empire, but you can see those sheets of Huntsman fire raining in on the Crushers. They are forced to disengage once again, and the Man-Eater Pistol's also a fairly expensive unit. Don't really want to be fighting these cheap low-tier spears, so if they could get away, that would be pretty important. But Carl chases the Crushers, which may end up being a little bit of a mistake. They're still within range of the Huntsman's shooting, but now Carl is isolated in melee. He's gonna get a regrowth here from the War of Lifecaster for the Empire, but will it be enough to actually save him? Let's check back up on the health bars. It looks like no. The Crushers are absolutely tearing him to shreds in a huge hurry. But the rest of the Empire army is still relatively healthy. The caster is, you know, still hanging around here somewhere. Yep, he's here with the Demigryph Knights. One unit of Demis pretty tattered, but the other one is still pretty healthy. And all 4 of the Huntsmen still online as well. Just blanketing now the Man-Eater Pistols. Real tough stuff as they get dragged down by the mass of the Huntsman's shooting. And that's pretty much going to be game for Gojira. Doesn't have much left in the tank to try and win this. The Crushers also, they're slower than Demigryph Knights, so as they try and pull away, or no, actually they're the same speed? Weird, they're the same speed. It seems like they should be slower than Demigryph Knights. Maybe just the fact that the Demis are getting their charge animations, so they're able to keep up with the Crushers here, but regardless, them being the same speed does mean that the Crushers will have a hard time escaping from those Demigryph Knights, and we see that kind of play out there. And love to see some great value on those Demi Halberds. Carl getting canned there at the end is not too surprising, but then obviously the Huntsman hard carry as well with all these anti-large infantry supporting. It's a tough matchup for the Ogres, certainly, but Gojira gave it a good attempt. The Crushers, one of them did end up paying for themselves by taking down Carl. The other one had a little bit of a tougher time. I almost wonder, maybe you keep the one Crusher for elites and try and split out the value into Mournfangs. I know Mournfangs are not great right now, but just to give you some extra mobility, or even just take some, maybe Bowls with Iron Fist to try and block some of that missile fire from the Huntsman. Maybe you take some more Trappers, like 2 more Trappers, another regular Noblar would just help you fill out some more numbers. And I think Trappers in general trade pretty well against like Huntsmen and Empire Infantry with their shooting, if you can take advantage of it. But anyway, yeah, that's it for this. Of course, this is a 5-game series, so I'll be showing you more games from the series throughout the rest of the week, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button every time I upload a new video. You'll be notified. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.